Okay, so today I'm replacing this canister, L chamber, L pod. They literally have 15 different names, I believe, and this is a type 3030, so it does mean it has two chambers. Let me see. You got this chamber and this chamber. This one, there's a big spring underneath, and you don't want to take this off. You don't want to take this off at all. And they actually made it a wall. So see how this one has a clamp on it? You can take this one off, but this one on the bottom, see how it doesn't have one? That's good. That's because people have been taking that off and getting killed. I think that spring is on like 500 PSIs or something, or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so people were taking that off and getting killed, and so they made it a law. But anyways, so this is it. This is shaft that goes through the stack adjuster, and you had to cut this off to make it fit. And when I pull off the other one, I will put it side by side so you guys can see. And but anyways, first thing you want to do is you want to take off this cage bolt and see how it has that little T handle at the end. Well, that goes inside that hole, and you gotta line it up inside. Then you turn it 90 degrees to the right, and see how now it doesn't pull out. So then you take this washer, you put the washer on, then you take this bolt and you put this bolt on, then you tighten it all the way down. Then once it gets tight, it should be sticking out like that. You pull that whole spring back, and so now there's no pressure, and you can safely take this can off. And so I don't need this on yet, so I'm just going to take it back off. But so just push it back in and twist it, and it comes out. So then all the canisters have this bolt in this little apartment. So you're like, oh, I don't have one of those. Where can I buy it? It's on your canister. So everyone have one, and they're all the same. So hang on, my kid. So with that said, this canister only cost me 52 bucks. So, or you can buy the diaphragm. This little piece of rubber that's let me see. Okay, bub. Yeah. Anyways, so the diaphragm that sits in this little section, right? And you can just take this off after you put the cage bolt in, and you take the pressure off the spring. You can take this off, and you can just replace this piece if you want, and you can leave this on. Then you won't have to cut it. But sooner or later, this piece is gonna go bad. You know, this is gonna get rust, and so. But this is like a half an hour job. So you might as well just buy a new one. I mean, the diaphragm costs $7, so I guess it depends on how much money you want to spend. But it's not really a big deal taking this off. I mean, you got those two bolts right there, then you pretty much take this pin off and you cut the shaft and you just put it all back together. So not a big job. Okay, I'm about to go underneath the bus and show you guys what I'm going to do. First thing you should do is shock your wheels, put something on. I mean, you know, the brakes are already on. Sorry for all the sun. Cannot be too safe, so here we go underneath the bus. Okay, so there's the canister, and what I had to do this Saturday was show you guys this line right here. This is a line that feeds this canister, and so pretty much this is like the intake and that one's like the outtake. But if you take this line off, let me see. So you got these two spots where the lines go in, and this one is farthest in the front. This is the one you need to take off. So you take that line off, and what I did was I got this plug right here, and I just plugged it into the line, and then that won't release the brakes. So what you gotta do is you got the shock adjuster right see where that shaft right there, see that shaft. Then this piece, that's just shock adjuster. So that's what turns the brakes on and off. So when you push that air brake button in, this piece right here, it comes forward. So the canister is pulling it. Then when you hit the brakes, it pushes, and that's what locks the brakes. So, but anyways, so once you take this line off right here and you get plugged, then you gotta come back to your shock adjuster, and there's a bolt right here, and 7/16, and what that's gonna do is take the pressure off the pads, and you can see the pads right here. These are the brake pads, and you can see them come apart. So let me go ahead and do that right now, since right here. So that sound, that's okay. It's supposed to make that sound. Don't worry about it. But so now you can see that the brake pads are not resting on the drum anymore, and it's not much. So yeah. So once you do that, then the brakes are loose on what side you do. It's not going to release the other side. So you gotta do it on both sides of both canisters. If both canisters goes out, I don't think I would drive Yeah, I wouldn't drive the bus like that, but this you can do it off of one and be okay. And DOT doesn't like that at all, so don't get pulled over. So so what I gotta do now is I gotta take both lines off, and because I can't get that cage bolt in and turn, because what's ever broken in my canister is pushed up against that, so I can't push the bolt and take the pressure off the spring. So what I gotta do now is, let's see if I can get inside. The sun is haunting me. So okay, sorry guys. So I gotta take that pin out right there. This one, I'll pull that pin out, and this pin right here. So because if you don't take the pressure off the track adjuster, then that pin is that shaft is pulling against that, and it won't release. So you loosen up that track adjuster, and that'll make the pin loose. And so then once you get that off, then you take off this bolt, and there's another bolt up top. You can see it. Yeah, that bolt. You take that bolt off, and then just watch out, because this canister is gonna shoot. It's not gonna really go any place. It's just gonna pop. So I'll get you guys out of the sun. So just don't put your face in front of the canister. So like, hey, hell, yeah, bad spot for your face. For your face, wash your fingers, and I won't be facing the other way. So when I take it off, it's just pop up and be okay. Then I'm taking off the hoses right now, just because it's gonna be easier with it all hooked up. So so I'm just using a crescent wrench. You can get the right size wrench if you want, and take it off. Oh, okay. So let me set the phone on the camera somehow, so you guys can see. Show you guys some music going. Okay, there you go. Now you guys can see. So I'm just gonna take this hose off, and it's gonna be tight. Everything's gonna be tight. Sometimes you might want two of these, one to hold this brass fitting to keep it from spinning. But since I already had this off once already, I put this hose back on. So I was hoping if I got the line under pressure, that the piece inside would pull back, and I could put that cage bolt in. But nah, it wasn't happening. So bam, take it off, and sorry. So a lot of people say that you should mark the hoses so you know what hose does what. But on my bus, one's a female and one's a male. So this is the female one, and this would be my male one. So just when you take these off, just make sure you put them back in the right hole. So you can just put a little scratch mark on one with your knife or tool, whatever, so you know that this fitting goes up front. And another good piece of information is so on these you got a long shaft and you got like the standard one. This is a standard pod or canister, and how you can tell is by these little inlets right here. So see how it's round? So all the round ones are the standard size, which I think is like 2.5 inches, and then the long ones are screw. So easy to tell the difference for sure. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's kind of hard to know what one's what, and I don't really think it's that hard. So yeah, so once you get that hose off, move it out of your way, then take out the other hose. Yeah. So everything's gonna be really tight, especially the bolts on the back that holds this diaphragm on. It's gonna be the tightest. And these ones, I don't know if I can see it. No, you can't. Yeah, this one right here. Those are the two like lug nuts or whatever. And those ones are like super tough to get off at first, but once you break them loose, they ain't bad. So, okay, about got this off. So, grab the camera again. So, okay, see that end? No, you don't. Okay, see that end? Then we got this end. See if I can get us out of the sunlight. See? So you got your male, and then you got your female end, then you got your male end. Right down. Pretty simple, easy enough not to get them confused. Then I just move this out of the way, move that one out of the way, move this one, and so that's about it. I'm taking that off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off because it's just gonna be easier since this is already hooked up. I don't have to when I get it off, I don't have to fight to get these off. So get a good angle view again for you guys. Okay, now you can see them. So back with the crescent wrench. Just like that, screw them. And when you screw these back in, you don't have to put no tape or anything or any threads on it, I don't believe. But it doesn't look like it have any on it. So, but I'm going to anyways. That's the case, I don't want to come back in and bam, that's it. So just remember what side you took them off. And now that I'm looking a little closer at this, they do have a little bit of sealant around the threads. So yeah, put a little bit of pipe dope on the threads before you put them in. And okay, so now my next step is taking out. Let me see, what was that? Sorry, all that sun. Oh yeah. Okay, so I want to take this pin out. So that's our next step. See if I can spin it. So now it's loose. See how it spins like that? That's a good sign. So that means that pin's loose, and I should be able to pop it out. No issues. So let me climb back out and get the tools I need. Sunlight. Okay, I'm just going to use these cutters, and I just need enough to bend them, and then I'm just going to pull them out. I'm going to take some of these with me too. Okay, back under the bus. Okay. See if I get a good view, find a good spot for you guys. Can't you see it? Yeah, edit time. Okay, so taking off this pin. I was going to use those wire cutters, but it doesn't look like I need to. So the screws that carve the pin together, then it should come right out. I'm just going to spin this around so I can grab it. So you see how it's sticking out like that? You guys take your pliers, pull them out. Then if you have to, you can reuse this one, but when you buy a new canister, it comes with this fork looking thing. I forget what they call it, but anyways, you can just buy it comes with a new one, so you can just fucking just put the new one in. Sorry. Anyways, bam, that pin's out. It's all free. It's all loose. And sometimes this pin is a pain in the ass. So it gets all rusted. It depends on how long the canister has been on there. But sometimes you gotta get like a torch and you heat it up and you pound it out, and it can be a pain in the ass, but I got lucky on this one. So I'm gonna keep the pin. The pin's good. I'm gonna keep the cotter pin with the pin, so in case for some reason I need another pin, I have it, or someone else needs one, I have it. So with that said, so now we're moving on to taking out these lug nuts, and I believe they are 15/16. So I'm gonna pull out my, I'm gonna get my, so okay, so see that? Can you see this stuff? Let me see, where's my finger at? So This top one is going to be a pain in the ass to get because I can't get my socket on it and I don't have the wrench. I might have the wrench. Let me go look. Okay, so I went to grab the wrenches. One is used for a pry bar if I have to, and what's that? 15/16 is the size you need. So come up here. Let me adjust the phone, and that's not too adjusted, is it? Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, in business now. So 15/16. Gonna pull up a little high so I can. Okay. It sounded pretty tight, which it should be. So, like I said, I'll take my second wrench, and for everybody that don't know how to do this, so where's my stupid wrench? Okay, so that was my wrench, right? And here's my backup one. So I'm gonna take it and I'll put it in just like that. And then that should give me enough leverage to break this bolt if I can get this foam. I gotta readjust it. Couldn't get a good grip on it. Okay, got to break loose. Okay. Now I'm gonna hit the top one. Get the top one going. Okay, I was able to just do that by hand. So if you can get one of those speed ratchets, that would definitely be the way to go. And but this isn't too bad. They're not on there that tight. So yeah, pretty simple. Then before I take this off, I want to break this bolt right here in case I need it. So that would have been a pain in the ass to do. So I just broke that in case I need this fork lugging thing. It's loose now, and I can just take it all off, and I don't have to try to fight with it. Try to get it off. So I'm just gonna hand tighten it back down so I don't lose my position. So that's about it. I'll probably so then all you gotta do is pull it out. And like that, now we're gonna take it out and we're gonna cut the shaft.